Your homepage is one of your best tools for driving conversions. When someone searches for a niche keyword and your page shows up, you can rightfully expect conversions. But unfortunately, that's not usually how it works. In this podcast episode, we're going to give you 4 simple tips to make your homepage convert more visitors into patient bookings.
Welcome to the Online Marketing for Doctors podcast, the place to grow and scale profitable practices with your show hosts, Huyen Truong and Steve Tate.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Online Marketing for Doctors podcast. If you are new to this podcast channel, this channel is all about providing strategies and tactics you can use to grow your practice fast. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast by hitting that little bell button so you never miss out on a future episode.
Yeah, I'm your host, Stephen Tate, and my co-host here is Huyen Chung. Now, according to AdRoll, 98% of your first-time site visitors won't convert on your homepage. All that organic traffic you work so hard to get is leaving your site without giving you anything in exchange for your content. Getting first-time site traffic to convert takes years of conversion optimization experience, but you don't have the time or money to pay an expert. You need conversions ASAP. But now we know that the majority of your site visitors won't convert, and it seems nearly impossible to resolve. So what can you do to make your homepage actually convert? Well, thankfully, there are a few ways that you can drive more conversions on your homepage, and these 4 amazing free tactics are ones that you can implement today.
Yes, correct. We're going to show you very simple changes that we made to our website and our client websites over the past 7 years that have generated higher conversion rates. These changes turns home pages into conversion magnets. And this is how you can make your homepage convert too.
First of all, you need to focus on one call to action. Run through your website right now, just like a new organic visitor would do if they were landing on your website for the first time. Click on it from a Google search and act like you've never been to the homepage before. Once you've done this test, tell me one thing. How easy was it to understand the end goal of your homepage? What was your call to action? How easy was it to find the call to action and see what the website wanted you to do? If it's too hard or there were multiple options, you probably need to focus on a single call to action.
That's correct. You need visitors to understand what you're asking of them. Do you want them to sign up for a free consultation, a newsletter, or a webinar? And you can't expect them to do all 3 of those either. Call to actions or CTAs are critically important. Unbounce, a well-known landing page builder, calls them the tipping point between a bounce and a conversion.
That simply means that a greater, clear call to action can produce a conversion, while a mediocre, confusing, or disjointed call to action can cause someone to bounce. Now, CTAs are critically important in determining the next action of a user. A single CTA helps focus the user's attention on a specific action that you want them to take. If you have multiple, well, you're risking confusing the user or overwhelming them. It isn't just something that we've been noticing either. Unbounce also found that reducing the links and CTAs on your landing page or homepage can increase conversions dramatically.
You might be asking yourself an important question right now. What call to action does work? What about book a consultation? Unfortunately, this sort of CTA or call to action is not working as well anymore. And we discuss about that very topic in a greater detail in our podcast number 29. Why book appointment as a call to action is not working anymore. And podcast number 30, how to create content offer that your prospects want. We will leave the links to these podcasts in our show notes, so please check them out before you go.
Moving on to our next important tip, you've got to keep it short and sweet. You've heard us preach about the conversion power of long-form content. The longer your post is, the more traffic and more conversions you can expect. We currently only write blog posts that are over 1,500 words long. There's no denying that long blog posts convert better than short ones. HubSpot and Backlinko There are two well-known companies in content management systems and SEO. They've analyzed millions of searches, and they discovered that the longer the content was, the better the rankings would be for a website. But what about your homepage? Does a long-form content homepage convert better?
Well, not necessarily. It's not an instant guarantee. In fact, there are tons of case studies showing the opposite is true, and that shorter homepages can do more to increase conversions. Less words indeed more with your homepage. They are effective because first-time users won't feel overwhelmed immediately by your content. By being concise and direct, users will have an immediate understanding of what your practice does. And long gone are the days where people want to spend 10 minutes reading your homepage. If your homepage isn't converting at the rate you want it to, try A/B testing, a condensed version, to see if it increases your conversion rate.
Now, moving on to our second last tip for today, craft a stellar headline. It's no secret that headlines have the power to increase your click-through rate on organic search results. If your headline is boring, people won't click on it. If your headline is mesmerizing and captivating, you can bet that more people are going to click on it. Your headline is your first best shot that you have at instantly communicating value, and that same rule applies to your homepage. According to the latest data by Entrepreneur, you have 0.2 of a second to communicate value before someone forms their first impression of your website. And then it only takes 2.6 seconds after that first impression for them to either confirm or disprove it. This data shows that your headline is one of the quickest ways to capture your visitors' attention and keep them around, or how it can drive them away.
Well, it doesn't have to be a 50-50 shot, and you can push these odds in your favor. It should only take a second for you to read your headline and interpret the value that your product or service could bring to your prospects. If you take any longer than that, you risk losing potential patients. Basically, your headline should communicate quickly your product or service key value proposition or your unique selling point. Your headline should simply describe the end value that a user gets with your product or service. It should answer the question, what is the main problem that your product or service solves?
We talked about how to craft irresistible headlines in our podcast number 30, how to create content offers that your prospects want, that we mentioned earlier in this podcast, so don't forget to check it out.
We're coming to the end today with our final tip of this podcast. Use a video explainer. Video content is steadily increasing. People are watching video content at unprecedented levels. According to Engadget, users watch billion hours of videos every single day on YouTube alone. Video is quickly taking over the web and becoming the future of online marketing. People don't want to read anymore. They want to follow along with your videos, webinars, and live content. And knowing this can come in handy if you are deciding to shorten your homepage. Speaking of webinars, are you unsure what a webinar can do for you?
Are you looking to increase your authority, reach, and engagement to convert more prospects and referrals without spending more of your valuable time? What you need is a marketing system that can run on autopilot and generate revenue 24/7 for your practice. What simple marketing system is this, you might ask? Through our years of promoting practices and running our own successful digital marketing agency, we have discovered the marketing system that you need to make this happen. We've documented all of our knowledge about this wonderful marketing system, our best strategies, tactics, processes, and templates in our soon-to-be-released, highly compact online course called How to Use Webinars to Increase Your Patients and Referrals. Automate your marketing to leverage your time and scale your practice. In this course, we provide you with all of the information and templates you need in an easy-to-follow, step-by-step process so that you can create your own effective webinar marketing system within just a few hours. Once done, this incredible, powerful set-it-and-forget-it marketing system will run in the background and generate new patient inquiries for your practice automatically. If this interests you, we'd like to invite you to go to this link. onlinemarketingfordoctors.com/webinar-marketing-system. Register your interest in this course so that we can send you a notification when the course is launched and ready for you to take advantage of. We hope to see you there.
Yes, webinars are very powerful. That course is definitely worth your time. Check out the link in our show notes below for more information. But first, I wanted to provide some final notes on this last tip about using a video explainer. If you're focusing on creating a short and sweet homepage, you might struggle to condense your content without feeling like you're leaving key information from it. Video is an excellent way to pick up the slack and still communicate value. Homepage videos are great for conversions because the majority, up to 86% of those who watch business videos will view them from a desktop computer. This means that you've got them actively engaged and interested in the message you are communicating.
And the best part of video is the difference in content retention between video and basic text. In fact, most viewers will only retain around 10% of text-based content. In contrast, they will retain almost of all information, up to 95%, from the videos you show them. You can effectively communicate more value and drive more memorability with videos than you can with simple text. It's safe to say that video can increase your conversions dramatically too. According to the Blue Corona's 2017 data, companies that use video find higher click-through rates and better conversion rates. Video can be a powerful way to drive more conversions to your site. Give it a shot today and watch the conversions rate climb.
Wow, we got through those 4 simple tips so fast today. So thought it might be helpful to put together a checklist of do's and don'ts for website homepages. And we left the link to that checklist in our show notes below. So please download it after this podcast. And to summarize, here are some of the key takeaways from this podcast. AdRoll's data found that 98% of users won't convert on their first site visit to a website, meaning that only 2% of first-time visitors are converting on your homepage. Thankfully, there are a few quick fixes that you can use to drive more conversions from your homepage.
You can start by focusing on a single call to action. This approach will direct the user attention to a specific action that you want them to take. Next, keep the content on your homepage short and sweet. Keeping your homepage concise will help users move towards converting faster. Don't allow your visitor to get bogged down with heavy text. Give them the clear, condensed version of your brand. Be sure to use a stellar headline. Headlines will help you grab attention and convey your practice value immediately. And finally, try using a video explainer to reduce the text and simplify your homepage. Adding video will allow users to understand your product in a fun, interactive way, rather than reading through 2,000 words of text.
Thanks for joining us today, and we hope that you enjoyed the show. Following these 4 tips can help start your website's homepage to driving more conversions today. But enough about us. What are your favorite ways to produce more conversions on your homepage? Have you implemented any of these ideas? Leave your comments below, as our healthcare professional community would love to hear from you. Unfortunately, this podcast episode has come to an end, but we look forward to seeing you at the next episode. Bye for now.
Thank you for listening to the Online Marketing for Doctors podcast with Huyen Truong and Steve Tate. Be sure to check out the archive section on our website for previous episodes at onlinemarketingfordoctors.com/podcast. And subscribe to the show so we can catch you at the next episode.